Patrick Connelly, I'm arresting you on suspicion of handling stolen property. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say will be taken down and used in evidence.
But I didn't nick it. There's a soft porn section under the stairs. Furnishings is in the front room. If you want something for the kitchen, it's in the garden shed.
Where'd you get it all, Mr. Connelly? Where'd you get it?
I don't know. Bankrupt stock.
Is that so? Come on.
Are you taking me down the Nick?
Yes. I thought we might have a little chat.
Listen, my kids are due in from school for their dinner.
Well, I'll have to get her on.
Oh, come on now, Gov. I can't have them coming home to an empty house.
Where's Viv?
Downstairs.
Get out of the way for the kids. Right, Mr. Connelly, if you'd like to come with me.
Look, 10 minutes, that's all I'm asking.
So where's Mrs. Connelly?
Oh, she went to stay with her mother for the weekend.
Is there any way we can get hold of her?
I doubt it very much. She went about 6 months ago.
Shall we go, Mr. Connelly?
Yeah, really.
So you look after the children?
Yeah, we all help each other.
And you think this is helping them, do you?
Well, now we must all of us take what the good Lord provides, Sergeant.
Don't tell me you got this lot by divine intervention, Mr. Connelly.
Mind yourself there now.
Ah, Viv, this is Mr. Connelly. He's got some children coming home from school.
Yeah, so I gather.
It's a terrible thing, miss. He won't even let me away from my own children.
I told Mr. Connelly you'd take good care of them, Viv.
Thanks. So who am I waiting for?
Are you waiting for Kathleen, Sean and Mary?
Nice names.
Oh, they're nice kids. Kathleen's got a bit of a temper. You know, nothing you couldn't knock out of her.
Great.
Right, Jim, let's get Mr. Connelly into the car.
Come on, let's go, shall we? See you later.
See you, Jim.
We'll get the stuff picked up. You bring the kids down to the station.
Aren't we getting social?
Nah, they can wait. We'll bail them anyway. Viv, they're only children. They won't bite. We'll see you later. Have fun.
Thanks.
I got some lovely news for you, knowing how much you like kids.
What's that? Not another scout tour?
No, it's a message from Greig. He's bringing in one Patrick Connelly, and Viv's following on with his 3 kids.
Oh, hell's teeth. What's Greig think this is? A creche?
They won't be much bother.
Connelly? He's not known to us, is he?
First offence, I think.
Children shouldn't be here.
You won't even know they're around.
What do I do with 3 kids?
You could try playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with them.
What?
Your dad's down at the station there talking to one of our sergeants.
Why?
Why what?
Why is he being nicked?
Well, he
To
has...
do with all this stuff, innit?
Yeah, it's to do with that.
Stupid Burke.
When's he gonna come home?
He probably won't. We'll probably go into care.
Look, I'm going to take you down the station to wait
No,
for
we'll
him.
wait here.
No, you can't do that, I'm afraid. Because your dad isn't here, we can't leave you here.
You've taken away my dad!
Now, come on. Sean! Sean, ow! Go on! You two stay here. Sean! Oh.
They're Irish, you know.
Well, girls, where did you get that lot?
Woolies, Sainsbury's, Boots.
Bet Marks can't believe their luck.
It's easy, isn't it?
Well, it won't be when I get you down the station.
Why, what are you gonna do? Shout at us?
Sierra Oscar from WDC Martella.
It's a nice car. If I change mine, I might get one of these.
But presumably not from a legitimate dealer.
Ah, legitimate, illegitimate. I found the most car dealers are bastards. Have a new Mr. Greig.
DS Greig from Sierra Oscar receiving, over.
Go ahead, Jew.
Message from Viv Martella. Sean Connelly's done a bunk. The other kids are coming in re a shoplifting incident.
Well, well, Patrick. Quite a family business you run.
Right. Can you get him in the car, Narika? I'll have a quick word with the neighbour. Right, sure. Cheers.
Come in.
Hello.
Hello. Got the old bleeding family then?
Not quite.
You weren't quick enough for the boy, were you?
Know him well, do you?
Enough. Mother walked out, you know.
Yeah, I heard. Do you know if there's any other relatives?
Probably. Back in the bogs.
Don't know where he'd have gone, do you?
It could be down the church. He's always down there. The RC one.
Right.
He belongs to some youth club.
St. Teresa's?
That's the one.
Right. Thanks, love.
Pleasure. I hate the bleeding Irish.
What I'm interested in, Patrick, is where you get all this stuff.
Well, now, if I was to tell you that it was a couple of things put by for Christmas, huh? I mean, must be honest with you, it wasn't. I mean, they weren't. It It wasn't anything poor boy for Christmas.
I'll start again, Patrick. I am not interested in you so much as the villains who nicked the stuff in the first place.
Does that mean you won't be charging me?
Of course I'll be charging you. All I'm saying is you might as well do yourself a favour and give me a few names. Who are your suppliers, Patrick?
You mean you want me to grass?
Oh, so you know all the lingo then?
No, I couldn't do that. You see, it wouldn't be very model now, would it?
Nor is selling stolen property.
All right, Sergeant, look, man's a man. I'll admit that I've been selling bent gear, you know? I mean, I'm making it easy for you.
A few names would count for a lot. Come on, Patrick. Think of your family. What's going to happen? Well, it's up to you. But I know what I'd do.
You'll be home with them in time for tea.
40 cigarettes, filter in packets, 2 pens, fountain, ink, and finally 4 packets of... What do you want these for?
Don't you know?
Right, that's everything. Any adults take responsibility?
Just the father.
Yes, and he's otherwise engaged. Right, you two, I'm getting a social worker in to look after you while we make up our minds what to do with you. You'll either be reprimanded by an inspector or I'll refer your case to the Juvenile Bureau. All right, will you put these two out of harm's way, please?
Yes, Sarge. Come on. See you, big boy.
Borstal fodder. Woolworths today, tomorrow they'll be selling drugs somewhere.
Oh, come on, Sarge. They're only kids.
There's nothing childlike about them. No sign of the other little delinquent, then?
I'm just off to St. Teresa's. Apparently he belongs to some youth club. See ya.
What's he do there, then? Practice safe breaking with the choir boys?
See you later, Sarge.
She brought the kids in?
Yeah, delivered the daily delinquents. You better tell your boss she's gone off to some church. Apparently when he's not emptying the Armdale, Al Capone Jr. likes to pray for his soul.
What have you done with the girls?
We're holding them till social services arrive.
Good. Might make Connelly a bit more reasonable. Your kids are here. The girls, anyway. I want to see them.
Do you send them out to steal for you? Is that where you get the stuff?
Of course not. What kind of a man would do that?
Don't know, you tell me.
Listen, are you going to let me see my kids?
Oh, it's not up to me. We don't have to, you see. As long as there's an adult present when they're being interviewed. Anyway, there's a social worker coming. Who knows? They may not even have to bring any charges.
Charges? The youngest one is only 11.
Ah, yes. But the age of criminal responsibility is 10.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for the parish priest.
Who wants him?
Police.
Yes, I thought it was. How can I help you? I'm Father McGovern.
What do you want this lot, Sarge?
What is it?
Stuff from this morning.
Once it's listed on the custody record, you can take it to the property store.
Okay, Sarge.
Ah, good. Stuff's arrived. I'd like to put it in a cell, please.
Would you? Why is that? Some new management exercise? We keep property here in the cells and prisons in the property store. Sorry, no one told me.
Come on, Tom, I've got a van load of this gear. If we put it in the store, it'll be gone in a week.
Definitely no.
Well, where am I going to put it?
I don't know. Brownlow's got a nice big office.
So when he found me waiting, he ran for it.
Yes, but I think I'd probably have done the same thing about it come in and found the place crawling with police.
It was hardly crawling.
You know, I see this all the time. If they're teenagers, they must be in the wrong.
Look, hold on. I don't even know what he's done. I just want to make sure he's all right.
But you've got his sisters.
Yeah. They did have half the supermarket in their coat pockets.
And do you think he must have as well?
Well, it's just possible.
Well, obviously. In your book.
Listen, before we get into an argument here, I'd just like to know where Sean is, or where I could look for him. I would like to tell his father that he's safe.
Why should he care?
Well, why shouldn't he? He is his dad.
Well, there are dads and there are dads. Sometimes I wonder with that man.
Sorry?
A lot of your colleagues believe in a good clout round the ear, but you know, personally, I think it's obscene.
Meaning?
I don't know what I mean, but I wouldn't take Mr. Connelly at face value.
Look, if you think there's
no,
something...
I don't think anything. See, I don't know anything.
Don't you? But you wanted me to know, didn't you?
Hello, Father.
Look, about this stuff.
You mean the stuff we're not putting in the cell? This is Mr. Rogers, Social Services. He'd like a word with you.
Thanks.
Jeff Rogers, pleased to meet you, Sergeant.
Good day, Mr. Rogers. What can I do for you?
Oh, you don't mind if I smoke this thing, do you? I gather you've been picking up some juvenile shoplifters, so my friend Tom Penny tells me.
You're a friend of Sergeant Penny's?
Yeah, we go back years.
Really? Well, actually, it was the father who was my concern. One of my WDCs found out about the kids.
Industrious little bunch, aren't they? Should I be thinking about putting the kids in a place of safety, a family resource centre for the night?
I should think we'd bail the father soon enough.
What's Sergeant Penny going to do with them?
Immediate caution, I suppose.
Pity there's no mum. If it was down to me, I'd clip them round the ear and kick their backsides for them.
I didn't know that was the philosophy of the social services.
Makes good sense.
Yes, well, frankly, I'm glad that policing's a little bit more sophisticated than that today.
Is it?
Look, I believe I'm here to enforce the law, not carry out the punishments. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, I have to find a home for some stolen property.
One of your modern types, that young man.
Greg, yes, you could say that. All rule book and no humour, if you know what I mean. Fancy a cup of tea?
You gonna lock me up?
Why? Should I?
No. And my sister's there.
At the station? Yeah, I found the stuff in their pockets.
Oh.
Is that why you ran for it? Been nicking things too?
No. There's nothing in my pockets.
Yeah, well, I didn't think there would be now.
Are they in trouble?
I expect someone will have something to say about it, yeah. Sean, you get on all right at home, dear? You and your dad?
Of course. Why not?
Nothing.
My dad's all right. Better than Mum, anyway. She was a tart. She went off with some bloke, and your dad never says that. Made him annoyed, though.
Yeah, I expect it did.
It really needled him. And now being in trouble, I suppose it'll get him in one of his moods.
What mood's that then?
Oh, nothing. It'll be all right.
Sean, the priest said that he thought maybe your dad lost his temper with you.
Father McGovern? He's a prat.
It's not true, then.
Take him away, thank you. Ah, great. The rest of the school outing's turned up. Right then, Viv, what's the story?
Well, I think he's just waiting for his dad, isn't he, Sarge?
Eh?
There wasn't anything on him, Sarge. Not like his sister's. So I can't exactly arrest him, can I?
No, you certainly can't. Right then, young man. You better go and meet our friend from the social. Michelle, escort young Master Houdini to the front interview room, will you? And wait with him there.
Right, Sarge.
See you later, Sean.
Yeah.
Do you know where DS Greg is?
Upstairs, I think.
Right. Thanks.
Hi. I gather you got the boy.
Yeah. What's the story with the father?
He's being boringly stupid.
Do we know much about him? I mean, his record or anything?
Clean as a whistle up until now. He owns a barrow in the marketplace. I suppose once his wife had gone, he had to knock out a few extra bits and pieces.
Look, would you say he was, violent at all?
Connelly? Nah. No, he's just a rather pathetic little man who's got in over his head. In fact, he's rather enjoying his moment of glory. Why?
Well, that's just something the priest said. Well, he implied, really, I suppose, that Connelly hit the kids. Well, the boy, anyway.
Viv, that little man couldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, I know what you mean. That's what the priest said.
All he ever talks about are those kids. Why on earth should he beat them up?
Thing is, the boy has got a bruise over his eye.
Oh, most boys have bruises.
And when I brought him in, he started talking about his dad getting in moods. And then he went all...
What?
Sheepish, withdrawn.
Yes, well, if I'd just kicked a policewoman in the shins and now she was driving me to the station, I might be a bit sheepish.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You're really serious about this, aren't you?
Mm.
You know what it would mean to the family, don't you? It'd split them up, probably.
I know.
Hello. Deputation?
This is WDC Martella. She found the boy.
Hello, Jeff Rogers.
Hi.
Viv here's worried about the kid's safety.
I'm not with you.
Well, it's something the priest said. I found Sean at St Teresa's church.
Father McGovern.
Oh, you know him, do you?
I certainly do. I think every social worker in the area knows Father McGovern. What did he say?
Well, he implied that Connelly hit the kids. Or Sean, at least.
Did he? Well, they don't look very battered to me.
Well, I don't think he meant like they were beaten up. Just that he could clout them a lot. You don't believe him?
I'm afraid Father McGovern has something of a reputation.
Meaning?
He's a very caring young man, is our Father McGovern. Put it another way, he sees social injustice crawling out the woodwork.
But you wouldn't want me to ignore the possibility that something might be wrong, would you, Mr. Rogers?
Oh, of course not.
I'd like you to speak to Sean, Viv. I'll talk to his dad.
There's just something about the boy.
I demand to see my kids. Sit down, Patrick. And I want a solicitor. Sit down. When we asked you before, you didn't want one.
Yeah, well, I changed my mind.
No problem. Anyone in particular?
I don't know anybody.
Well, in your line of business, you should. All right. We'll sort you someone out.
I've got a right to see my kids.
There's a social worker here looking after them. If there's a relative instead...
Look, I told you, I'm alone. There's only them. There's only them! And now you bloody plant stuff on them in order to get at me. Now what kind of a bloody trick is that then? What?
All right, Mr. Connelly. Look, no one's playing any tricks. We just don't do those kind of things.
No. Right. I'm sorry. Sorry. Look, can't you let me see them, please?
Oh, Mr. Connelly. How are we getting on?
I want to see my kids, and I want a solicitor.
I've told the social worker how worried you are about them, and that I'm hoping you might be out of here soon. Funny though, he seemed keen to speak to Sean.
What are you getting at?
Nothing. Why? Should I be getting at something?
No.
If he found out that you were mistreating those kids, Mr. Connelly, there's a big difference between that and a little fencing, now, isn't there?
What are you saying?
I'm saying, I hope he has no reason to be worried. No reason at all.
Hey, what's going on here, huh?
Nothing. Until your solicitor arrives.
Don't you ever get in moods?
Who doesn't? You want to try working in this place?
Well, there you are then.
Sean.
What?
When I get angry, I kick things or shout at people. Is that what he does when he gets in a mood?
Yeah.
And does he ever hit you?
Sometimes. A walloping like, you know.
How often does he do that then?
But what do you want to know for?
Sean, when some people get angry or fed up, they can't keep it all in and they get all aggressive and they do things they don't mean to. You like Father McGovern, don't you?
He's all right, I suppose.
Well, he worries about you and your sisters in case your dad's one of those people. You know, one of those people that gets really angry, more than he should. What I need to know, Sean,
Look,
is
I want to go home now. With my sisters.
Perhaps we might, Are we, getting anywhere?
I don't know. You tell me.
You've got to be careful.
I know.
It must not go on too long.
Look, whose side are you on?
The boys.
Look, I like me dad. He's always got me and my sisters. So why are you getting at him? Saying things about him?
I'm not. I'm not getting at him, Sean. I just want to make sure you're all right. And he's all right.
What do you mean?
Come on, Sean. What am I supposed to think?
He's me dad.
But if something's wrong, he may need help. What about your sisters? For their sake.
What will you do to him?
You asked to see me?
Yeah. I know 6 blokes who bring me stuff regular. And the rest of the stuff comes from people roundabout. You get known, you know. So I'll give you the 6 names.
I think that's very sensible, Patrick.
Yeah. And about this other business, you know, about the kids.
Yes?
I mean, that is too ridiculous to even talk about. It's, you know, it's nonsense.
He doesn't mean to do it. It's been worse since Mum left. He's all right, and then he'll get mad. Like when the bills come, or one of us does something wrong. It's not all the time. We just can't take it, you see.
What? What does he do, Sean?
He hits us. He hits Kathleen the most. And throws things at us. He knocked her out once.
But doesn't anyone say anything? What about your neighbours? At school?
He sends sick notes in. We stay at home.
Till the bruises are gone. Why didn't you tell anyone, Sean?
It's me dad, innit?
Yes, Tom?
Viv needs you.
I'll be there in a minute.
I should make it now, Alistair. Surgeon's room.
Coke or something?
No.
Oh, Sarge. Take a look at this. Sorry.
Still here?
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm off. That was a good result today, Viv. I have to confess, I really didn't think you looked the type.
You were right, weren't you? They're finished. The kids will go into care. Some judge will recommend him for mental treatment.
Probably. Still, it's better than him beating them up every time he gets fed up with life, isn't it?
I don't know.
I do. We're police officers, not social workers.
But that's part of our job, isn't it? Caring?
The law is our job. We have to leave the rest to other people.
But shouldn't there be more to it than that?
Good God, that's enough, isn't it?